Hey guys, welcome back to Flying Facebook Planet Head. It is almost New Year's, December 29th, 2022. Um, Yesterday's episode, I talked a lot and then did some very bad paint work to describe some things. I was kind of wondering what I might want to do a video on tonight or if I was going to do one, and then I remembered, what do you like to do? And let's get out there and play some Eve rather than just talking all the time. So, um, I am currently still in the Great Wildlands, but I thought, let's just go fly to Curse and see if I can die or see what happens. And all this is going to be is an exploratory mission. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I do have my exploration ship, my little probe here, that is really basically fit. So I'm going to kind of treat my character as if he was an alpha character today. I'm not even going to throw a cloak on here, if you can believe it. This is going to be old school. Maybe I'll die quickly, but I used to do pretty good with this. So let's look at the map. Where am I at there? There we are. So, map-wise, first part is I have a clone in Uenzin, which is where I died last time in the cheetah that I had. So I'm going to destroy that clone, and there will be a reason for that, but that's why I had this up here. I was just kind of checking that out before I started the video. I was wondering, why do I have a clone there? But, so here's the Great Wildlands. I am currently in MTAC M. Now, the one thing you want to be careful of is, again, using jump clones. I can do up to 3 of them with my skills that I have. Obviously, I could do a lot more if I skill that up, but it's not a major priority of mine. If you are going to do something that you could die at, a lot of times you want to leave a jump clone or use an empty jump clone. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here today. My current character has 2 implants in it. Nothing crazy. They're 2 plus 3. Hi. It's like she just wants to check in every 5 minutes. So, long story short, I'm going to be switching out into a blank clone and then using that to fly around in. And you can do that whether or not you're doing exploration, if you're going to go into a fleet battle, if you're going to go do some PvP. I don't really worry too much about losing these implants so much. There's just 2 of them in this character. They're just plus 3, so I could pick those up pretty quickly, but I'll do this as an example. And currently I'm MM. Curse really is not that far away. It's, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jumps away. We never know what's going to happen once we jump in this way. I kind of just want to see what's down this way. So as we're flying through, I'm going to try to do it quickly. I may die right away. You never know. There might be a gate camp. Looks like right below us, south, 2 jumps here. There was 1 ship killed in the last hour. So, wait, is that ship pod kills? Yeah. In the last hour. Okay. So, best thing to do sometimes is figure out the entry point that you want to go to. So that's going to be KLMT. So, so I'm going to put my destination in here as KLMT. Now, a lot of you guys are freaking out right now. Don't worry. Because I just used this as a reference. Now, I probably will fly this direction because I'm not too worried. I'll be in a very cheap ship that with my survival backpack I can make more of. But long story short, I'm going to dump my clone that I have over in Uenzin because I really have no use for it. So I'm going to destroy that one. Then I'm going to create a clone here, and then I'm going to jump into that clone so I save my my clone with its implants in this station so I can always jump back to it and get back to the station quickly. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll get on our merry way. So we're going to go ahead and destroy Wanzin. I already double checked. I don't have anything in that station. This character does not have any implants on it, so there's really no loss other than the ISK that costs. So we'll go ahead and destroy that. And now notice this up here now highlights that I can install one clone. Down here it says I am using 2 out of the maximum 3 jump clones. So I have one more that I can do. So I'm going to go ahead and install a clone at this station. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. Install. Then the last thing is, normally if you're jumping from one station to another station, there is a cooldown time anywhere from 20 hours to like 24 hours, depending on what your skills are. But since I am in the station that I'm jumping or switching into the clone for, if I remember correctly, I don't have to wait that time period if I ever want to jump back here. So I will go ahead and jump into, just making sure. Yes, we're going to jump into there. There we go. It's going to cost me 900,000 ISK anytime you jump into a clone. Whoop-de-doo. There we go. So, now this is kind of weird. It didn't, there it goes. So notice I am now in the new clone. My old clone is here, and it has the 2 implants that I had left here. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can pull that up and down, and it'll tell you what those implants are. So that's kind of cool. So whenever I want to come back here, I can jump into those and use that. But now I am in a safe clone. I'm currently in my pod. So I should have a probe sitting here that I built the other day. Like I said, this is a very basic fit clone. I'm not worried about dying in it, or ship. I carried along my survival pack if you want to hear about that. That was like 2 episodes ago. But I can build these up to like 8 or 9 of them now. So I'm good to go that side. And just to show you, there is not much to this fit. I do have to bring in a couple more BBCs that I didn't remember to do. There really isn't much here. I've got a core probe launcher. I've got a micro warp drive and a core stabilizer. Let's see if there's anything else here I can throw on that I've scavenged. Oh, we got some inertial stabilizers on here. That'll be good. That'll get us up and moving. I love using junk stuff. Ooh, do I want to increase my speed, or do I want to do the inertial stabilizer? So I just want to pull this up here real quick. So the restrained overdrive injector vastly increases the engine power at the expense of car capacity. So attributes, velocity modifier goes up. So it's just increasing my local speed. I'm not sure I'm really needing that too much, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let's look at our medium slots. I'm not even going to throw on a data or a relics analyzer on here. I don't even know if I have those in the station. That's one of the things. I was kind of dumb the other day. I actually took those home with me and forgot to leave them here and make some before I took them home to Offe. So let's just check out the medium slots, see if there's any last thing I can throw on here. Actually, that is one thing I will do. Can I throw on a micro warp drive? I think I can. I don't know if this is worthwhile or not, but by doing this, if I get stuck in a warp scramble field, maybe I can make afterburner out of it. We'll find out if I get stuck. I don't know what the rules are with that. I love doing stupid stuff like this. Anything else here that might be helpful? I mean, I could put on. I'm not throwing on that Republic shield. That's like a 12 million thing. Any defense that I want to throw on? I got a small shield booster. No extenders. Don't really want extenders because that'll increase my signature radius. Probably missing something here. It won't hurt to throw on a shield booster. Why not? Haha! Because I'm not doing the relic analyzers. So, okay. And there we go. That's one other thing I want to do. What is my major hull Okay, so I have no shield resistance in EM. So let's go ahead and throw on an EM just in case I need it. This is total junk, 100%. Let's get going. Now here's the crazy part. This is the one thing I don't like about this area here. I don't know if somebody's sitting right outside of the station or not. I think I have an undock on this one, so let's go ahead and try it out. This could be a really short video. Now I know my save spots are up here. So the idea here is with my undock spot, even if somebody's out here wanting to kill me, when you start out, when you're undocking, you are invulnerable. See right up here, invulnerable? So I've got that time to go to my undock spot. Now I'll be changing this after this video is done, so you guys won't know where my undock spot is. It's about 230 kilometers off. So long story short, that will get you up because you almost instantaneously warp because you're already at velocity coming out of the station. You're at invulnerability for I think it's like 5 seconds, and then you basically just go straight to warp. So that's the one way that you can get off of a station. So if you're coming out of an NPC station, you want to do that. All right. So let's go to my safe spot. Get out of here because I do not have my cloak because I'm stupid. Second thing I want to do, D-scan. Let's see if anything's out there. Now, I don't think once I get a little bit south of here, I don't have any save spots. So I might want to... I'm not even going to drop any there. If I'm on my trip back when we're not recording, I might do those save spots that way, except because I do want to start edging the stuff out, but we'll find out. So I'm 13.43 EAU away from the gate. Is there any bubbles? I don't see any bubbles. Anybody? I got a retriever out here. That's kind of crazy, a retriever. So let's get up and running. The one negative here is at any point in time, if I jump through a gate, if somebody has decided to gate camp the other side of that gate, I'm going to die. So that's what makes this interesting. Go ahead and minimize that. Ooh, I do want to change my settings. So we're going to change that down. Even though I'm jumping, this is probably the worst time I could have done it. There we go. Apply. Hello. Did I do this at the wrong time? Let's close that. Let's try this again once we get through. Okay, so we got 3 people in system. I'm going to be going to the NK gate. So remember yesterday, whenever I said that I like to make save spots near gates so I can check them out. I've slowly started to make a few little save spots all over the Great Wildlands and major spots that I go to. So I'm slowly getting safer and safer spots out here. So we got anybody locally? I'm not seeing anybody. Notice this one is just outside of the gate, 150 kilometers, so I can jump straight through. Since I know nobody's there, we'll just go ahead and leave it in high quality. We're exploring. Why not? Good. I will probably drop 1 or 2 save spots while you got the video on, just to show you what I did, what I talked about yesterday in action. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that. So we got the EO2 gate, and again, a save spot right outside of it. So I am going to warp to that. Well, no, I have nobody in system. I don't need to worry about that. Oh, no, that goes... I don't need to go to the save spot. I can just go to JPL's gate. There we go. Let's close that up. Don't really need my probe scanner thingy out. Directional scanner I definitely need. notepad. I'll use that later on. I do want to start writing down some notes. So what I'll probably do is just try to travel all the way to Curse, just so I've got some content for tonight for you guys. See what's going on there in a little couple areas. And then on the way back tonight, when I'm not recording things, I'll probably update my notes as to who lives in what, so I have a better feel of what's going on in the area. This will help me over the weekends when I'm really trying to get a lot of stuff done. Cool, cool, cool. I've got a couple save spots here too, but nobody around, so we're just going to keep on rolling. So we're going CRXA now. So just to show you here, this is Curse. So I'm right here right now. I'm going to be rolling down this way, so I only got about 4 jumps to get there. But sometimes this can be your scary part because this is a major route. So this would be a spot where people might want to drop warp bubbles to catch little probes that don't have any cloaks and things like that. If I had even a prototype cloak on here, it would be somewhat helpful because I might be able to sneak away. The only thing there is where I was at. I think they're really way too expensive here, so that might be something down the road that I might want to start building. But those take, I think, a few extra special ingredients, not just regular materials. I must have gone through here. This is interesting. So it's CRXA. Now, I don't think after this is uncharted areas, because I think I turned left here instead of going straight like I'm going to AZF. But we're going to find out. Yep, no locations found. So this is an area I've never been to. We got a mobile depot. Nobody in system. We're going to keep on trucking. Because really, Curse is the area I'm interested in. I'm going to put myself in danger, I think. Curse is an area where some of the larger groups hang out at. Some major battles happen there. So I don't know how quiet or busy it will be tonight. Once we get in there, we'll take a quick look at the map, if I make it there. But I've only traveled around into it like once or twice. I didn't spend a whole lot of time. I might be a few more times than that, but never really spent a whole lot of time in Curse. It does have more NPC stations. Again, nobody in system, so we're going to keep on going. Only 2 jumps away from Curse now. The other scary part can be when you go from the Great Wildlands to Curse, just like when you're changing any region, those areas could be guarded. So you want to just be a little bit careful with that. I don't know if there's any political shenanigans going on in Curse right now. A lot of times that switches groups. Hey, how you doing, pup? Good girl. Alright, so this is the scary one. We got nobody in system, which is good. The next jump takes me into Curse. So the question is anybody there? Anything going on? So what I'm going to do first is I am going to make a safe spot here. Warp within 100. Control B, safe 1. I always name my generic safe spot safe 1 just because that tells me it's generic. And we're just going to wait a second, and boom, there we go. So that gives me a safe spot that I can go to. So even if I die, I have done something positive tonight. Now that I'm here, just to be a little bit more careful, I'll warp back to that safe spot so somebody can't scan me down. I did break one little rule there. I didn't warp to a moon. I just warped to a planet, but that didn't worry me too much because nobody was in the system. So let's go back to my safe spot. Warpity warp warp. Now let's take a quick look at Curse. So KLMT is right there. In the last hour, nobody has died in KLMT, so that's good news. Actually, I'm doing a quick scan across the board here. In the last hour, I am not seeing any deaths in Curse. Now, you notice it has a lot more stations here. This is why people live here more often than they do out in the Great Wildlands, because each little constellation here has stations that you can, and definitely stations that you can build at. Look at all these factories. Tons of factories and some research spots. So this is like an upgraded Great Wildlands. If you have a decently sized alliance and you want to try to roll in here, you might be able to do something. I don't know if it's currently controlled by any specific group, but I'm not seeing anything. Now let's see if anybody has died in the last 24 hours. Shift and pod kills. Aha! So in the last 24 hours, there were 11 killed here, 14 over here, 16 there. So probably some fights happened somehow. That's all good. We're good with this. We got 5 down there too. I kind of like this because if you notice, each one of these has its own little pocket. Each constellation has like one way in and one way out, it kind of looks like. So there, or up to 2. Like this one's got a pass through, but this is all one group. So you could, if you decide to roll out here with your own corporation or alliance, that's probably why people fight over this area all the time. So what do you say? Now I want to push things a little bit. The last time I was here, probably 6 months or a year ago, I remember this constellation up here had people living in it in warp bubbles. So let's make things interesting. If I die, I die. I'm fine with that. But we're going to go into KLMT, and then I want to see if I can get to J4UD. So that's cool. I'm going to change my direction, my autopilot, just to give me a reference. I might not go J4UD. Was that correct? 5 jumps away. And once we get in there, if nobody's there but there's stations there, I can see who lives there. I did this a lot in the upper part of the Great Wildlands, where I noticed the Pandemic Horde and the Pandemic Legion were hanging out. So I know that that is a group that I don't really want to get mad at me right now, because they're freaking huge. They're not going to bother with me. I'm like a bug. But let's go ahead and jump it. Cross our fingers that this isn't gate camped on the other side. Where are we at with time? 22 minutes. I talk a lot. I really do. And I'm nervous. I'm clicking the poker chips. This one was from the Horseshoe Casino in Tunica? Wow, that was like 10 years ago. This is from the Bally's Paris in Las Vegas. You're going to see more. Nobody in system. Nice. I should be dropping some save spots, but we got like 5 minutes, so let's see. Now this is the next one. This is the next one that's scary. I just want to show you real quick because I'm going into this constellation. So there may be warp bubbles right here. You never know. So if somebody is defending their area. I'm assuming that these constellations are lived in. Now, whether or not the people are on at this time of day, so let's say you've got a bunch of people who live in Australia, they may not be on at this time of day. Or they may all be on at this time of day. You never know. Here we go. This is actually almost scarier to jump into. I look really worried, don't I? Aha! So we got 4 people in system. Anything here? I got nothing. So random, planet, warp, 0. Might as well save a save spot. Control B. Save 1. And we are submitting. VVV. So we got some wrecks here. Got NPC stations and some stuff there. We're going to warp back to our save spot. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time. One thing that you can do, what I'm doing here is looking to see if there's any player structures. Now these are your control towers. They may be old or new. I'm not too worried about those. What I can do is actually look to see who is actually here. So we've got, oh, the initiative. Shoot! And then Noxus and the initiative. That's fantastic. I think that's the initiative, right? The initiative, yes. So, just for reference's sake, the initiative is another one of the big block nullsec groups. So let's keep on trucking. Now, let's look at the map real quick. While I don't want to hang out too long, actually, I will get on my micro warp drive here. Just so if somebody decides they want to combat probe me down. I'm at G. I am going to take a detour. The fastest way is this way. I'm just wanting to roll through here and check these. I'm going to go YTAC K, BPK this way, because the fastest way would be that way, but I'm going to go YK. That way I'm not going in the actual direction that the autopilot would tell me. So I'm going to go ahead and jump through there. And as I'm traveling from one... Well, this is actually a very small system. I can pretty much pick up anything that's here. So we got no player stations in this system. That's interesting. See if there's any more down the road. Honestly, I have no clue who's fighting who right now. Whether or not if Pandemic Horde is in war with somebody, or Initiative, or Goon Swarm, or any of them. I have no clue. So I don't know who's mad at who. And we got nobody in system here. Good, good, good. Angel Hotel. Got nothing there. Let's go ahead and save a safe spot. Why not? We're going to use the plasma because it's an awesome planet. Control B. Safe 1. And we are submitting. So there is an Astra House there. We feed Saber. Interesting. So as you're flying through an area, you can just keep hitting the D scan to see if anything pops up along the way. Now, I was just in BBK, wasn't I? Let's see here. Oh no, BBK is here, so I'm going to go that way. I'm just checking stuff out, that's all. Jumpity jump jump. Now that was something I just learned. I did not realize that Curse was similar to the Great Wildlands, where it does not have any regular asteroid belts. It has the cosmic anomalies, but just like so, the Great Wildlands doesn't have it. Now the bonuses to it is it definitely has a ton more NPC stations. So it's similar to Stain in that regards. Okay, so we got Diana the Great is here. We're going to go ahead and try to find a planet here. We're going to go to gas planet. Control B, safe 1. We're going to save that save spot. Go. I'm descanning as I fly along. Okay, so some things popped up here. Nothing special, just a mobile depot. Not seeing any stations here. Okay. And we're going to go to J42. Because I'm dumb. Wait, I am in BPK, so I'm going to CL. There we go. Now, a lot of times, I remember 10 years ago when I was in an alliance out in Nullsec, most of the people usually hang out in like 1 or 2 systems. And then you'll have your stragglers in side systems. I was one of those stragglers. If you couldn't tell, I like to be on my own. Where everybody was mining in one area, I would go mine in the system right next to me. There we go. Someday I'll pull up my old account and see what's there, and that will be a rundown memory lane. Maybe I'll do that right before, like as I'm getting close to the the FanFest. Okay, again, no player control stations. Now maybe the fact that there's so many NPC stations there's not needed, but I got nobody in system right now. So, interesting. We got 2 cosmic areas here and 3 jumps. We're just going to go ahead and jump through to the next one. I'm going to do another save spot here. If I die somewhere along the way here, all works out because I've made some save spots for the future. The one thing, this sounds really dumb, but I always just drop save spots for the future so that I don't have to worry about what I want to jump to. I know that the save spot is always going to be right here. So if something goes completely wrong, I'm not trying to click on something over here and I accidentally click on the wrong thing. I can just click right to a save spot. So we got a couple Athenors. Maybe the one I saw over there wasn't I think it was a mobile depot, but maybe it wasn't. A couple Athenors. This is a large system. Let's go ahead and warp to the station, but at 100. Only one NPC station here. Why am I doing this? Because it's 31 kilometers away. So I want to see if there's anything farther in here. So we got those 2 Athenors. Athenor. Yeah, really not a whole lot going on here. We got a Rataru. Now, who owns this? This is the owner, Keeper of Soul. And looks like they're not part of any alliance. That's interesting. Wow, I am not really seeing a whole lot of people out here. Not saying there aren't, but kind of quiet. So we're going to go ahead and jump back over to CLE and check out the last 2 systems. And this is something that you can do when you're not really sure what you want to do for the day. No, I'm not making any ISK. No, I'm not blowing anybody else up. This is living in the world and kind of getting a feel for what's going on. It was a major mistake that I made when I used to play that I just relied on other people. I didn't get a good feel, and I would be amazed whenever an old player, I still remember, gosh, he was around for the longest time, Olo. He knew so much about the areas and games because he just traveled all over the place. I just felt like a dummy when I talked to him. Okay. Nobody in system. I'm going to check this last spot here. We're going to go LJ. This might be something here. We're going to check LJ, and then I'll probably start on my way back. Nice little excursion, but that's a good end to the video, and I'll make some better save spots for myself if I want to come back down here and check more out of Curse. Now, of course, while I'm saying that, I could die here really quickly. So we're going to find out. Actually, while I am traveling, I might as well set my destination to go home. That way, tomorrow morning when I wake up and I want to blow something up, I can. Okay, so we got an Athenor. Nobody in system. Who owns this Athenor? Well, I did not mean to warp to that, but nobody's in system. Just want to see. So that is them. Who is this? Bright Side of Death? Oh no, they're part of the Alliance. Well, they were part of the Alliance, Bright Side of Death. It's just a regular corporation that's out here. Very interesting. I swear, whenever I was here before, maybe they got kicked out. It was probably 6 months or a year ago. I did a quick run through here. There was a major group that was down here, and they had some sites. So, wonder if I could probably do a Z kill board or something like that to see if there were any stations that were destroyed along the way. G-Tech. Oh. So I'm about to go. I'm just heading back. We got these guys hanging out here. This is the initiative guys. Interesting. Now, they are here, so you want to be a little bit more careful. I got no bubbles up here. So let's just try and jump through real quick. And they're not worried about a little probe. And then they look at my description and they see that I'm just a YouTube idiot. And then they realize, oh no, he is going to let the 5 people who watch his videos know that there's nobody down here. Never know. You know what? If I come back down here over the next couple days and nobody's hanging out in Curse, maybe this is a spot that might be a little bit better than the Great Wildlands. I could take a survival pack down here and see what happens. That might be something. You never know. So I'm just going to keep jumping through, just speed-wise. We already came this direction, so unless somebody in the last 10 minutes come through and put some warp disruption bubbles, I shouldn't have a whole lot to worry about. So let me see here. I want to check one thing. LJ Tech YSW. LJ Tech YSW. So I'm going to pull this down. And I'm just going to do my jumping. Unless something pops up. And then I want to try something here. It's been a while since I did a little bit of research. So that was, what's the name of that one again? I'm just picking the one right in the middle here. LJ Tech YSW. So we're going to go into the kill board. And then we're going to say LJ Tech YSW. Curse. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm just trying to see if there's been, what deaths have happened in this area. Were there any stations? Anything in particular? Oh, shoot. I might have just screwed up. Was not. I was just jumping. Don't fly distracted. I got 5 people in system here. Hopefully they didn't put a warp bubble up. Because I'm just flying home. What the heck? V. Okay, so we got a praxis, blah, blah, blah. Looks like they dropped a mobile tractor unit. So they're not on this station. Okay. Or on this gate. Maybe I just got through here quickly, or they might be doing a site. So I'm cool with that. Okay. Boy, I am just dumb. You just start doing stuff. Good, good, good. Jumpity jump, jump, jump. Okay, so I'm back here. This is that system that I was talking about. I'm just looking to see what groups are involved. Flames of Chaos. There's a solo kill here. I'm wondering if there's a way, I think there's a way that you can look to see if there are any stations that were killed. Like player-controlled stations. I think there is. Monthly top. Losses. Nothing there. Ooh, that's it. I saw 1 billion there. What was that? 1.4 billion, 1.4 billion. So 2 Vargers died. Pretty expensive. That was back on December 13th. Who was Guardians of Tranquility? Never heard of them. I don't know anybody. Just looking to see if there's any stations here. I swear. I'm probably just missing something here. It's been a long time since I've done research. I thought there was a way that I could look up actual structure kills versus ship kills. Ship, blah, solo kills, overview, ranks, stats. Because if this was regular NPC space, I could just look up and see who had the sovereignty in the area, and it went up and down. But this is just who, since it's regular NPC nullsec, it's who just dropped the station, who lost it. Yeah. Brain ain't functioning, it's late at night. I'm sure probably tomorrow morning I'll wake up and go, bing, I remember how to do that. Or I'll remember, bing, I can't remember. Wait, is there something up here? No. Menu, top kill, structures. Aha! See, kill bird, check its site connection is secure. Blah, blah, blah. Still nobody in system. I'm almost back home. Now, was that... Now those were today. Now what was the name? LJ Tech YSW. LJ Tech YSW. Curse. Will this tell me there's been any player control? No results. Expand the time span. Oh, last 30 days. So how do I... Last 7 days. Okay, this is a way that you could do it. I'm not going to kill myself for you guys. I mean, I would kill myself for you guys. You know, you're awesome. But I'm not going to kill you having to watch me try to figure out things that I've forgotten. I think I've forgotten more about Eve than I'll remember. I've got, like, Eve... what's that? I can't even remember what the thing is where you lose your memories. Eve Alzheimer's. Got Eve Alzheimer's. Okay. All right, well, that's what I got for tonight. Again, guys, I will probably be on tomorrow night, but if not, I might not see you until after New Year's, so Happy New Year. But I hope to wish you one more time Happy New Year. Hopefully that'll be tomorrow night. So fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however you want. I will talk to you soon. I'm going to go ahead and dock up here. Have a good one. Bye-bye.